imitated. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The apple and omega.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Throwing on first down. Bird, and incomplete to open things up.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming out third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on blitz.
They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. That's taken it around the 40. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over first and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB. Play action. It's Warner. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught. Touchdown. You do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They're riding a two-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goal.
Touchdown, Texans! Jonnu Smith, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it was Jonnu Smith, the big tight end, who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
It'll be Warner on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
He's got one touchdown pass already in this quarter. Obviously looking for number 2. And definitely not playing the check down game.
To throw on second down, Warner. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. The Lions at 7-3 now on the year. And they've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 now on the year.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And now we've got a third down and 3. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game we play on the Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now a first down throw, Warner. They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly disaster, but it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's second down. Out of the gun, here's Warner. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They run the jet sweep now for Tony. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion. And
in for the Lions, touchdown! Kadarius Toney, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 17 carries, 109 yards, and a touchdown. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games having to turn around a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame, he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
Here's Brett Kern now to punt this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 23. And he'll be A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Warner from the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And they're going to stop play here. And the injury is to, that's DJ Chark, the receiver, who's in need of some help right now. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. In motion goes the tight end. A play fake. Now Warner. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run a draw now with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again here with Akers. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 45 to the 34. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
That's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Caught by Wilson. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right to kind of play it into their hands. Myers' kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Lions to take over. Last week they got the victory against the Colts. They lead this one as well as they begin things here 1st and 10. Warner. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half. The defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Now Warner. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Warner to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Quality coverage that time to slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. To throw, Warner. He's going to try and go deep again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
They'll try and throw for it here. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Swift going to try up the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now Warner. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, like he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up the secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and added another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early, so now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Houston set to take over. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. To throw on second down. That's out to the flat for Akers. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense got pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Brent Kern now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable here from the 38. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow, and I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
On 1st and 10, Warner. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now out comes Houston. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the official here. So that challenge a successful one. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Feels like we're getting caught in between here because any completions on 1st and 2nd down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And that will be incomplete. What's going on this drive? Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players.
He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
In motion, the tight end.
Warner.
Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the rout is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw on second down. Bird.
Akers back-to-back catches.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Bird is going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
They're going to try and throw.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The final shot before break. Bird.
Great grab by Wilson.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds
under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Yannick Ngakoue make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Off the play fake. Warner. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
He's able to get 4 back on the run, and now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bird. And this one is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Myers' kick is good, and that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
On 1st down, Bird under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Christian Harris, his 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Bird.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
They're only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Myers' kick is good. And they knock that deficit down from 29 to 26.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Once again, it's Swift.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw.
Warner will try and set up the screen to Swift.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
On 2nd down, Warner. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw again.
They'll get this off to Swift.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. To throw on 2nd down, Warner.
Bellinger hauls it in out left side.
Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, You and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On fourth down, Warner. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing to start the drive. Bird. This is Smith to the ground. He's at the 30. 10, 5. Touchdown, Houston. Jonnu Smith, his second touchdown of the night. And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. Myers connects on the PAT. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And Detroit getting set to go now. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they got the big lead here in the fourth. Now a first down throw, Warner. And that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Play action. It's Warner. They'll roll him out right. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions from that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly wants some explaining to do.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. To throw on 2nd down. Bird. He's going deep for Brown. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines. Incomplete. So they're all a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Bird. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Christian Harris bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. 78 yards. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Just a 4-play drive that time. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A play fake. Now Warner. He's airing it out for Williams. And in for the Lions. Touchdown. Jamison Williams. 43 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Houston's offense taking over again. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Bird. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Christian Harris. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. On 3rd down, Bird. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to run him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So they've converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
It'll be Warner on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped along as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Warner. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Jadeveon Clowney with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. And they'll send the tight end in motion. On 4th down, Warner. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They're going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Texans offense set to regain possession. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half is... All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Throwing after the interception. Bird. And that's complete to Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. 18 more yards there and another 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Bird. He rifles one that's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That pass caught. It's Williams. The 30. 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, and I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Houston set to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On 1st and 10, Bird. He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They'll look to throw again. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they're going to move it down the inside the 25. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. That is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw on 3rd down. Bird. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Well, my goodness, CD, I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball, but for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Warner from the gun. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, Warner. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds.
There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up a defensive touchdown.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, heart in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boy stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex when they ready. See, we were not to ride nobody with, we're the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanya to buy, Yanya hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr,
Trust, me taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog, but she leash. Where's the love in the streets?